From the very beginning, Bayside's always been about reaching people. So there are people in our community, in this world, that don't know Christ. We want to reach them because that's eternity. So that's why we're doing that.
I believe that the key for building a facility like this is really to build a good solid team, which includes the architect and a civil engineer and the MEP engineers, which is the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineers.
I would say start somewhere where there's a lot of growth happening in the community. And the three things that I think are most important when starting a church is to have a great kids ministry, because if the kids don't like to come, the parents aren't going to bring them either, and the parents aren't going to want to come either. I would also say you have to have a great worship leader as well. You need good worship, and you need a great communicator as your lead pastor who speaks to the congregation needs to be very good at that so that people are attracted to this church.
You would have to start with vision. God's vision by the head pastor or lead pastor, and then fulfilling that vision. To make that happen, you've got to have key people in place, and those key people are that support staff and that fellowship around that pastor. From there, I think the growth starts with casting the vision, and in the wake of that vision being cast, those believing in that vision and following God's word.
We started off, I remember, just with, I believe their first service had like only 84 people or something like that, and then now again we're at a couple of thousand people just 10 years later. And 10 years sounds like a long time, but for statistics for churches, it's not a long time whatsoever, and many churches fall off after 3 years, and we are, continuing to grow, and our numbers are continuing to rise.
There's all kinds of ways to get plugged in around here and benefit from Bayside. There's missions trips you can go on, and you're fulfilled doing that just as much as the people you're helping when you're out there doing it. There's small groups you can get involved with. You're building relationships with each other, and through doing that, you're growing in your relationship with God. You can get involved through serving, and you really benefit from that as well. Like I said, it makes a big church like this with all these people feel a lot smaller. You actually get connected with people around you.
Some of the benefits others receive from this church's growth are, number one, salvation. Number two, I'd say community. This church is built on small groups, so as you get involved with the church, you start coming to the church, you start meeting new friends and new family, and through that you have so many opportunities to meet other people. And that's where a lot of the growth comes in, both personally, spiritually, and just emotionally even.
Well, the community definitely gets a lot of benefits because we have such a huge outreach program to where we're going out into the community and we're adopting blocks where the more rural, poor areas, we're bringing food, we're clothing the children, and we're educating them, and we're doing Bible studies, and then missions trips. We do, the church as a whole probably does between 20 to 30 missions trips a year. I know in middle school where I work, we do 3 a year, which is really great because we're just starting at the young age of middle school, and we're planting that seed so they can go out into the world and they can start impacting others, and they grow up with that heart and they want to continue helping others through missions trips and just in serving generally. We have our Solve House, we have many different things that are going on to where we go out into the community, and even if it's just handing a water out to somebody while they're driving, or it could be actually going into a home where it might be a single mom and she has kids and they can barely put food on the table, and we're giving them money or gift cards. But there's just so many different ways that we can help our community and the benefits that are out there.
I would say it's a group of committed followers of Christ who choose to just do life together. Around here we call it a family. And one of the things we do as a family is worship together, but that's not all we do. I think people live segmented lives so many times. They think church is something they go do and they close the door on that. I did it for the weekend or whatever, and they check it off and they go. But if you study the New Testament church, which is in the book of Acts, that's not how they did it. That's not how God designed his church, but they would be a family. So as a family, we worship together. As a family, we do everything together. And really, Christianity permeates every bit of your life, and that's where you get the full benefit of being the church, not just being called the church.